Alright folks, I'm going to do a new hike today. It's kind of a hike. It's a paved path, but it's at Stanford, and I'm doing the Stanford Dish Loop Trail. It's a giant 150-foot diameter radio antenna, like giant radar dish thingy. It's probably going to be a little crowded. It's a very popular hike. It's not very long, and yeah, this antenna has a lot of interesting history behind it, but let's go check it out. The first challenge of this hike is often parking, but I'm here during the week, not on a weekend, which makes all the difference. You can park right here on Stanford Avenue. The campus is over that way. The hike's right across the street. Yeah, this little strip of parking here, there's a lot of spots, but it's often full. I drive by here almost every single day because I do Uber at Stanford a lot and in Palo Alto, Redwood City. So I figured I'm finally going to do this hike. I want to check out this radar dish. So let's go. Should be interesting. Alright, so heading uphill. Stanford campus is behind me over my right shoulder. Somewhere up here there's going to be a split. I can choose to go clockwise or counterclockwise. I'm probably going to go clockwise because it's steeper up that direction rather than down, and A, I could use the workout, and B, I'd rather come down a less steep hill. I think it's about 530 feet of elevation gain, maybe 3.5 miles at the most round trip. And this is a path. It's more of a path. It's paved all the way. So to call it a hike is a bit of a stretch, but it goes up and down hills. It qualifies in every other way. It just isn't dirt. Nice looking trail. This whole area is beautiful. The campus, actually, Stanford is the most beautiful college I've ever seen. Santa Cruz is pretty nice too. Yeah, I drive this campus almost every day, like 4 or 5 days a week. And it's cool. Drive staff around, or medical folks from the Stanford Hospital and students from the school, and it's interesting. Sometimes it's fun or funny with kids going out partying or whatever. It kind of reminds me of my youth a little bit. Get in the car and bullshit with some people for a few minutes. Hey, little dude. Squirrels aren't shy. Anyway, I never get out of the car. I'm always driving around. I see all these awesome sights, and I'm like, I want to check some of this stuff out myself. So today's the first day of that. Stanford Dish Loop. There's our first look at the dish from a distance. Should have some pretty good views once I get up here. There's Stanford. So the dish was about 150 feet in diameter. Was built in 1960, I want to say 63, can't remember. Initially, I think it was built for the Cold War to detect Soviet signals bouncing off the moon. That was one way you could get signals around the globe back then. It was used to transmit signals to the Voyager spacecraft, the ones we sent out into deep space. It's has a unique ability, I guess, of being able to transmit and receive. It has 2 separate units for that. So it's been used for a variety of things over the years. All right, we got a nice view here of looks like part of Stanford. Still going. Hey, shout out to anyone from the area who recognizes me as their Uber driver, especially on campus. Red Corolla, cool dude, listens to Bob Marley. That's me. We're about to break over to the top of this mountain here, or hill. On the other side is Highway 280. You got the mountains over there, and on the other side of those is Santa Cruz and the Pacific Ocean. I'm gonna hit the shade again here. Man, times like this, I'm like, I can't believe I climbed Mount Whitney. And Mount Diablo, I used to do Mission Peak a couple times or so a week, and I will again. But man, yeah, I'm a little out of shape. But I'm okay. I still retain some of it, I think. I do not like heat. I believe the dish will be in view. It's like hidden behind these trees back a little ways. I'm high enough to be able to see it. And for those who aren't totally familiar, if you drive down 280 and you're near Page Mill Road and you look up to the east on the hill, you'll see this dish. It's gigantic, you can't miss it. There's also the linear accelerator down there somewhere. And if you've driven over 280 enough times, you've seen that building stretching out beneath the road. It's almost 2 miles long, and it's still in use. That'll be for another video, hopefully. There it is. The dish. Stanford dish. Let's see how close we can get. You can get really close to it, I believe. 2.1 miles, 377 elevation gain. Looks like we got some climbing to do after the dish. All right, 48 minutes. Oh no, I've been out here for 53 minutes. 2.5 miles an hour. All right, there it is. That thing's freaking huge, dude. Look at that. I'm not even close. I'm pretty close. Yep. What? Yeah, dude, you have to go through here to get down. Otherwise, I'm stuck up here. These signs lead me to believe that I can walk through here. Also, the fact that one of the gates to get in this place is down this road. So I'm going in, man. The restricted access is for cars, I think. I mean, dude, this is the only way down. So, I don't know what yeah, I think I'm okay here. And there's an entrance to this trail this way. That's the only way to get to it, so I think those signs are a little misleading. Pretty sure this is okay. If not, somebody can chase me out. Look at that. It's like something out of a movie or something. See right there? This is a hiking trail, bro. Stay on paved path. But those signs down there make it look like you can't. I'm zoomed out as far as I can be. This is it. Stanford dish. That's what I came up here to see. Pretty cool. It is, like I said, it's 150 feet in diameter, approximately. And it's been around longer than I've been alive, I think. Over 60 years. I guess one time they were working on it and it fell on its nose, like the whole dish. It might have been lower to the ground than this. See, it turns. This whole thing pivots. But anyway, apparently it fell before. I wouldn't want to be around for that. But here we are. There's Moffett Field over there in the distance. Way out there, you see some of the hangars. You can see the big hangar, Hangar 1, which is one of the biggest freestanding buildings in the world. The thing was built in 1933. Well, it's pretty cool. Pretty impressive. That thing's freaking huge, man. Alright, let's head down. See how close we can get to this one. This dish. Alright, let's give this little dish some love. So nobody ever wants to see me. Oh, I want to see you. Let's go. Take a few shots of this thing, huh? All right, little dish, we love you too. This is probably the last little climb. And by the way, this trail path is completely accessible to everyone. You can bring a wheelchair up here easily, a walker, stroller with kids. There's no bikes allowed or dogs. I don't think electric scooters and all that, but electric wheelchair, sure. And probably guide dogs. Just watch out, there's wildlife up here. Yeah, I mean, there's coyotes up here, deer, snakes, squirrels, and possibly mountain lions. I'm not sure. I would assume there is a possibility. Yeah, nice little hike. I don't think he's too afraid of me. Okay. Pretty much at the end of the trail now. Alright, well that's about it for the Stanford Dish Loop Trail. It's accessible to anyone, and the dish was definitely worth the hike. That was totally cool, man. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me, and go outside and play. Get off your butt. Do it. Once again, if you've ever gotten a ride in this car at Stanford or anywhere near here, hey, comment. Let me know if I was your Uber driver. Alright, I'm out of here.